Hello my friends, my name is Mr. Nail and today we're back here in Train Sim Mode 5 for a tutorial video. Yes, now today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to show you guys how I make my custom cool liveries. Well, I think they're cool. You don't think they're cool? I don't really care. Now, I've gotten quite a few requests on how to download mods, which a video will be coming out for that as well, but I've also had quite a lot of requests in like the past years saying, how would you make such liveries? Please tell me how. And today, this is a video telling you guys how to make them. Now, the loco we're going to be doing today is a class 40 in a lovely green livery. Now, you don't have to do this one, you can do any one you like, but we're going to press Creators Club at the bottom here. Now we're going to press on Livery Designer, which should be in the top right with the class 47 with the blue, white, and black roof. So press that, and now we have a list of locos. Now you can do it from scrolling, but I like to do typing. So we're going to press the search bar up here, and I'm going to type in 40 for the 40. Now I'm going to do the Domino class 40, which I like more because it's got the nice head code domino thing. So what you want to do when you obviously you need to press it, and then you want to press add new over here. Now you should see this livery detail. So we're going to change the name to BR Green Class 40, which is the livery we're going to be making today. You can add a description, but you don't need to, and I'm going to press confirm. But it is an issue. For some reason, it doesn't really like the word class, so I'm going to have to put class with a 1, and it doesn't like that either, so maybe it's the 40. I just need to check the name. Sorry, guys. I know. So in class, it obviously has that word over here if you get around the C1. So we need to change that to, we'll say 3, and then that should be confirmed. There we go. Right. So now we're in the livery designer. So what we're going to do first of all, since we're making a BR green one, is I'm going to paint it green. So we're going to go to paint over here, and we have a lovely color wheel. So we're going to move our slider to green, and now we have this. Yes, so we can change all the colors. So I'm going to make it a nice dark BR green. I'd say that's dark enough. There we go. Lovely. Press confirm, and now to actually make the details, you want to press layers. Here we go. So this one is the back, this one's the left hand side, the one with the little tab at the bottom is the top, the one with the one on the left is the left hand side, or is it the right hand side? No idea. And obviously the one that looks like the front is the front. But we're going to go to the side today. We're going to press add new, and then we're going to go to shape, and we're going to scroll down until we find a square, and this is going to be the yellow front of the loco. So W, A, S, and D are obviously the how to move them. V and B are how to rotate them, and really that's all you need to know. Yeah. Actually, there is one more thing you need to know. So if I just bring the square over here, J is to make it bigger, K is to make it smaller, and L is also to make it smaller on option 1. But if you press option 2 with the cog, J is going to make it wider, L is going to make it thinner, K is going to make it shorter, and I is going to make it taller. So that's it's how you obviously make the shapes, which I love to use option 2. It's the best one. And if you press it again, you have a camera, which I don't actually know what camera does because I never use camera. But let's move our square to the side. There we go. Press option 2, make our square a little bit bigger. And where does the yellow end on the real class 40? Okay, so it ends about where the little lip, where the vent ends. So there we go. On our square, we're going to press edit, change colour, and I'm going to make it a nice orangey yellow colour, which is the colour like the yellow I always use for my locos. Now, if we go to the front, we may see it's only covered one side of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to press the 2 squares in next to edit, which would be a copy. Then we're going to press edit again, decal options, scroll all the way down to change side, and click the left-hand side, which basically mirrors it, and now we have a lovely BR green front. If you want to do it on the other side, obviously you just do it again, but you make them go to the other hand side. But what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to delete these because I'm going to do something different. I'm going to turn this class 40 into a deltic. So I'm going to press add new, shape, get the square, and make obviously this long until it reaches each end, and I'm just gonna paint it, and then obviously I'll show you the next step. If you prefer to do the delta type I'm doing, we're gonna go to edit, change color, and we actually see we have a color palette down here. So I'm gonna use the same green I used and make it a little bit brighter. So I'd say around there. That would be a nice green for our deltic. Maybe a bit more lime. So let's make it a little bit more limey, and and I think that should be a good colour for our nice deltic. Yes. We're going to copy and paste it to the other side, obviously, and now we have our deltic, which I'm actually going to not delete this because I really want to make a deltic. Now, to make the roof and the details, we're going to press add new, get a shape, and we're going to do the same, but on the top. Yes. So for the actual deltics, they only had things on the top, didn't they? So I'm going to go onto the top and I get a shape, and now we can put a shape on the top. So let's put this around here. I'm not sure how to explain this, but I'm now putting the shape on the top, and basically works the exact same. It's just, you know, from a bird's eye view perspective, and now this is going to be on the top. Looks all right. I'm going to make it around that big because I do have another step. We're going to change the colour to that type of grey, I reckon, and we're going to go back to the sides, and now we're going to grab out another shape because, you know, the white bits on the deltic, we're making a BR green deltic. So what we're going to do is do the same thing, but on the windows. Yes. Bring this over here, make it so it's facing the window. I'm not sure if it covers the door on the deltic, so let's have a look at that, and no, it doesn't. So it's just like that, I believe, and then make it a bit bigger so it covers that area, and there we go. So that's like the window area on the deltic, but it doesn't look the greatest, it doesn't look the neatest. I think I'm actually going to make it, have it so it does cover the window area. There we go, that looks much better. And I'm gonna, so actually, to do it on the other side, you don't really need to, like, necessarily copy and paste the entire thing, because I can just copy and then move it over. Yeah. Come on, bring it over here. We're going to make sure it is lined up to on the other side, which I think I did it just to the door, didn't I? Let's check over here. Yeah, so I did it just to the door, and I made it go over a little bit. Right, let's get our shape out, and I'm not sure if there is another way to do this. I'm just going off the ways that I do it, so if I do it, it's probably the wrong way, but just fine like that. Hang on, wait, I did do it right. Let's, I think I did it there. Right, that's fine. And now we're going to copy, decal options, change sides, and there we go. Right, let's do it on this side as well. So nice. That is basically our deltic, but there is a yellow strip at the front where the handles are, so let's just change that. Let's get another square out. I probably should have used the disc version instead of domino. Right, so I think with the domino version you can't actually change the handrails, which is pretty annoying. But that actually, no, I tell you what I said, the green deltics actually do have a yellow bit on the front, so that's probably a good idea, you know. So I think that's good, and let's use the yellow we used for the front. Nice. Right, so that's our front of our deltic. Lovely. Now obviously it's like with the side bits, we want to copy, change direction, and we're going to press the one at the top, which basically makes it move to the back, and there we go. Right, that's all for our deltic. That's basically, I just showed you guys how to make a deltic, so thank you for watching. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to do some weathering now. Yes. Weathering's a bit different, so I'm going to press add new, shape, and I'm going to scroll down until I find some sort of star looking thing. So where is it? This one, right. And then if I just scale it up a little bit, we're going to make it so it's really grimy around the bottom. And actually, I'm going to change, I'm going to change the colour to a blackish, but I'm going to use the green actually, but I'm going to change it to a blackish green. There we go. And now basically we can see that it's much darker, and that's going to be our weathered version. Yes. If you're wondering what circle I am using, it's called Shape Gradient Circle Light. I'm not using the heavy circle. I think that's what the other one's called. But we're just going to make it a little bit bigger, obviously. We're going to make it cover the entire thing where it goes to the front. And then we're going to copy and paste it over to the other side. And actually, I think we're also going to do some weathering on the top as well, just because I don't want the top looking the greatest either. Because, you know, it's been raining in Britain. It's very rainy in Britain, but, well, not really in June. It's been quite nice in June. Okay, keep it coming over until it comes to the front. I'm not sure if it is coming to the front yet. Okay, no, there we go. So it is at the front. Now I'm going to copy, paste, put it on the other side, and make sure it is actually lined up. So if your thing isn't lined up, you probably haven't pasted it to the other side. You've done the same thing, but on the other side. You need to paste it over to the other side with the decal options and that. Now I'm going to put some weathering on the top. So I'm going to copy it, and I'm just going to move the weathering to the top. Yes. I mean, it's pretty easy. Right, I think there would be fine. Yes, and now let's do the same thing. I copy, I paste it over, and there we go. So that is basically our deltic. But what if I want, okay, I'm going to say it again, what if I want a number? Well, let's go to add new, and instead of going to shape, I mean, there is no BR logo, unfortunately, so we're only going to do a number. We want to scroll down to custom text. Now, I'm going to make this one Royal Scots Grey without my nameplate. So, let's do D9000. If you do want to make a nameplate, it's a bit trickier, but you're basically just layering over shapes and shapes, because there isn't actually a nameplate template yet, unfortunately. But here we go. Here comes our number. Now, because I have actually added the number before I did the after I did the weathering, it's going to lay it above the weathering, so it's not going to look weathered. So to give it that weathered look, because I have actually done that wrong, I'm just going to make the number a bit darker, so it looks a bit weathered. There we go. And then obviously, let's copy it and paste it to the other side. Lovely. And before, I think I said I was going to change the grey bit at the top, so let's change that. Yeah, I didn't make it so it's over the white bits, did I? There we go. Right, lovely. So, basically, we've just created a deltic livery. We're going to spawn this down now, and I think I'm going to do the outro. So, when you want to save, you want to press escape, escape. Would you like to save changes? Yes, of course. We don't want to say no. Press yes, and there we go. We've just made a livery. Now I'm going to tell you guys how to spawn down your livery. So we're going to go back to the trains, spawn down. I'm going to spawn it down the West Somerset Railway at Minehead Station. That's basically the station I always use for my custom liveries, or Doncaster Works, which is also really good for showing them off because of the lighting. But yeah, here we are. Right, so how do you actually spawn down your livery? I'm not sure. Well, I am sure. So we're going to type in class 40 on the search bar, and we have a class 40 BLU, but I'm going to go to liveries, and I have a class 40 spelt weirdly, but it is actually a class 55. So obviously, we pressed it. I'm going to press X to spawn it down. And here we go. Here is our kind of deltic, not quite deltic. That's a lot of deltics. Anyways, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. This hasn't been one of my best liveries because I've kind of rushed this. I've done this entire thing in a matter of 16 minutes. So yeah, but hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll show you guys some more tutorials. I am going to change this up in the livery designer because I did actually make one with a class 37, which I'll show you that right now. Class 55. That's based on my class 37 class 55. I quite like this one a bit more though, but it's fine. So I'm going to see you in the next one. Have a nice day, my friends, and I'll see you in the next one. How many times have I said that? Anyways, bye for now, my friends.